Alright guys, I am finally back on YouTube. Decided to make just a few more videos. Just got a Harley Sportster. It's an '09. Been doing a little bit here and there with it, but figured it'd be probably a good idea to start posting some of this on YouTube here, just for how-tos and kind of progress of what I've got going on. I guess I can take you guys over to look at the Sportster, see what I got going on. So it is here. A 1200 XL 1200C. It's got the Hammer Performance 1275 kit as well as 570 cams. Right now it's got the Vance & Hines exhaust on it, which I'm not a big fan of. It's loud, and I don't see really too much for performance gains, and I'm not really a fan of it. Progressive shocks I put on there. Some T-bars from eBay. And a fairing from eBay. I haven't done videos on any of that, but that's where it's at. The only thing I would say about this eBay gauntlet fairing, when you guys make sure you're putting rubber washers. It doesn't come with them because they start cracking out around the bolts. All of them. It hasn't broke apart yet, but when it does, I'll probably just buy another one and redo it. I did switch over and I put mid controls on it, and of course the Saddleman step-up seat. Alright, now the reason for today's video, I figured I actually got a hold of a company in Indonesia off eBay, and I seen they had a Sportster 2-in-1 exhaust setup. Smoke Muffler is their name. They're not a sponsor or anything like that in today's video. I just got a hold of them and kind of discussed what I had and what they could do with it. It was probably about a 2-week wait while they built the exhaust, and then shipping was crazy fast. I could not believe how fast it actually shipped once it did hit the shipping stage. Something to know, you will have a import fee if you're from the US. I think mine was like 36 bucks or something like that. Nothing crazy, but it kind of took me by surprise. So this is the boxing right here. Don't mind the sandpaper, just covering my name and other goodies. But yeah, it comes in just like that. Smoke Muffler, Indonesia. So that's it. It was wrapped in plastic. I couldn't wait, and I had to open it up to see if there's any damage or whatever, and it came pretty clean. So inside the box, everything's still wrapped up. I haven't unwrapped anything yet. All of the parts here. Got a little card with. So I'm going to start. Alright, so I did unwrap this off camera. Going with one hand here, and the camera and everything else here. I did not have enough hands to do that. They had this wrapped up pretty good. But here are the head pipes. TIG welds are there. I mean, some of them look pretty good. That one looks alright. Starts and stops are a little questionable, but we'll see if she leaks at all. Everything fit. 2-in-1 collector, that fit. That's kind of my concern there. They taper in pretty close there. Looks like they may end up touching, making some noise. A little tight there too. So I'll have to see. I'm going to get on the bike here if I have to do any kind of modifications or bending or whatever else. I did see one other video on here that somebody put one of these, I think, on a Dyna or something. I think it was some colorful exhaust or colorful exhaust, burnt tip looking thing. Not a fan of that. I just wanted kind of the basic, normal exhaust. And they were complaining about the mounting bracket being too thin and light duty. Well, it looks to me like that's about 3/16 to 1/4 inch now, so they have definitely upgraded that. I don't know if I'm going to end up using that exactly, because I may end up just going with trying to use the Vance & Hines hanger that I currently have, just for the simple fact, go out here and show you guys, I have a tensioner on mine right down there to get that up and over my brake stay for these shocks, and that mounts up underneath. Now if there's a way I can re-drill and make that work with that new hanger, I might, but it might be more work to do that. I don't know yet. I'll have to see what I can figure out here. If I have to take this off, the whole cover and everything else and foot pegs and everything has to come off on this, so we'll just see where we get on that. You guys probably want to see the muffler, see what that looks like on this. I did leave this wrapped. Cool little decal on there they have welded on. Looks like there is a little fiberglass in there. And that end cap is riveted on. So if we have to do a little changing, we can. See what she yeah, that looks pretty nice actually. So I think what I'll do is I'll get the bike up here and get some stuff cleaned up around here so I can actually get the bike on the lift. And I will start the disassembly process of the Vance & Hines that are on there currently. And if I run into any issues on the install of this, I will stop everything. Finally got it installed. I ran into a couple issues with it. Nothing major. There's some probably 3/4 inch spacers that your kit is going to come with for the Sportster. And they're supposed to go, it looks like there's nothing in the directions, but it looks like they go behind the exhaust bracket. So that had to be, you can't use the factory bolts that were in there, or the bolts that were in there. They're too short. Luckily I had a couple extra long ones that was able to get a little bit of thread into the frame of the bike here. But these are the spacers I'm talking about. They're right back there behind the bracket. There's two of them. I just used a couple bolts that I had laying around. They'll work for now. Everything else fit pretty good. There's a little threaded bracket that goes on the back side of that. Seems like it's pretty sturdy. It's not going to wobble around too much. Fitment wise up here, it wasn't bad. Just clears the O2 sensor back there. It's tight, but it fits. Same with on this side. Everything else fits all right. And I think it looks pretty cool. I've not started it up yet, so I'll see if I can do a fire up and See what she sounds like.